Here are 5 comic books you can pick up that will add immediate value to your collection. Hey there. In this video, I'll be reviewing 5 comic book value picks from mid to late May 2022 that I shared on social media and compare the values that I shared at the time with the current values in a retrospective format here so we can review how the values have changed since then. My goal with these comic book value picks is to try to select about 1 book a day and share it if it meets the following criteria. First, the comic book has relative affordability with a low or minimal buy-in. Second, the value of the book has a wide range between the reported fair market value provided by Cover Price for a raw copy and the graded value of a book in a 9.8 provided by GPA. And third, the average value for a CGC 9.4 is high enough where the amount is at least or above the cost to acquire the book after grading and shipping fees. The suggested price that I share is offered to you only as a guide to keep your purchasing budget in line with the value data. This means that the pick is only worthy of you pursuing it if you can acquire the book raw in near mint condition or in a 9.4, hopefully in a 9.6 or 9.8, even better, and you intend to send the book in for professional grading. Now, let's get to the picks. On May 23rd, 2022, I shared Avengers number 230 from April 1983, written by Roger Stern, with interior art and cover art by Al Milgrom. This book has a newsstand edition as well as a variant of the newsstand edition with a Mark Jeweler insert. This book has lost over 24% of its fair market value, down $1.80 to $5.60. There have been no new reported values of this book selling in a 9.8 or a 9.4 since I shared the book back on May 23rd. So those values have remained unchanged at $275 for the last sale in a 9.8 and an average CGC 9.4 sale of $64. On May 24th, 2022, I shared King Conan number 1 from March 1980, written by Roy Thomas with pencils and cover art by John Buscema. This book features the first appearance of Khan, the son of Conan, and has a direct and a newsstand edition. This book has lost almost 69% of its fair market value, down $6.83 to $3.07. The last reported sale of this book in a CGC 9.8 still holds at $425. However, the average sale of this book in a CGC 9.4 has fallen 43.37%, losing $36 down to $47. On May 25th, 2022, I shared Punisher number 1 from July 1987, written by Mark Baron with interior art and cover art by Klaus Janson. This is the premiere issue of the first ongoing Punisher series. This book's fair market value is down 21.73%, losing $8.69 of its fair market value down to $31.30. The last sale of this book in a CGC 9.8 has risen almost 28%, up $90 to $415. The average sale of this book in a CGC 9.4 has lost $1, about 1%, down to $96.50. On May 26, 2022, I shared Amazing Spider-Man number 364 from July 1992, written by David Michelini with interior art and cover art by Mark Bagley. This book features the villain Shocker on the cover and the debut of Scourge of the Underworld's white costume in story. There is no change to this book's fair market value, holding at $6, and there have been no reported sales of this book in a CGC 9.8, so that remains at $109. The average sale of this book in a CGC 9.4 has fallen about 5%, down $2 to $37.50. On May 27, 2022, I shared Captain Marvel number 35 from November 1974, written by Steve Englehart with cover art by Ron Wilson and interior art by Al Milgrom. This book has lost almost 47% of its fair market value, down about $6 to $6.80. The last reported sale of this book in a CGC 9.8 remains unchanged at $210, and the CGC 9.4 average value fell 2.82%, down $2 to $69. And those are my picks. 4 out of 5 of these books have lost a significant amount of fair market value. And what's also interesting is that 4 out of 5 of these books did not have any recent reported sales in a CGC 9.8. Only The Punisher #1 had a sale, and it was a best offer that was accepted. And when I researched to determine the amount, I found that it was up $90 to a $415 sale. However, the decline of the fair market value of these books is not necessarily a bad thing. If you didn't get a chance to pick up these books before when I originally shared them, you're in an even better place now because there's a lower barrier to entry on acquiring these books where their 9.8 value is at least holding, or in the case of Punisher #1, it went up significantly. And there was a slight increase in risk with the CGC 9.4 values of most of these books dropping slightly. King Conan #1 did drop significantly, so be careful with that book. But for the most part, these books are still great values, as the fair market value of these books declined since I originally shared them back in May, but their CGC 9.8 values are holding pretty steadily. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Moneyball Comics to receive these picks daily in your feed and watch the value pick retrospectives here on my channel. Thanks for watching, happy collecting, and see you next time.